Gather round, everyone, and hear again the tale of Drakfu. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Happy Post-Blizzcon, everybody. As you guys are able to see, oh, look, that's a demon hunter. That's almost hinting at something that's coming later. Welcome back to the Tale of Drakfu. Happy BlizzCon. I hope everybody got the news that they wanted. Obviously, we aren't done with my BlizzCon discussions. Later today, you are going to be getting both Warcraft videos. As I've said, you are going to be getting a bonus video on my thoughts for Classic WoW, as well as, or WoW Classic, rather, and also for the Battle for Azeroth. And as a bonus, you guys are going to get my my viewpoints on this video. So welcome back, everybody. Let's go ahead and get things started. Last time, we got started up in the plains of Nagrand. We are back in Nagrand. It looks beautiful. It's not as torn as it was in the Outland days. And so now we can actually begin questing in this awesome place. And we're only, so let me just double check here the amount of chapters we have. We don't have that many. We already got one complete, I think. Yeah, we got Might of Steel and Blood. So at that point, we have, of 8 chapters, 7 left. So let's go ahead and get things started. And the first place to start up, in my opinion, is probably with the Nessingwary-esque quests. Because, well, we've got a lot to do in that regard. Thankfully, the Breeze Strider horns are not going to be that difficult to go and get. But yeah, I hope everybody got the announcement that they were hoping to hear at BlizzCon. For me, not so much. Oh, look at this. Someone's missing axe. A throwing axe of Frostwolf make is sticking out of the side of this talbook. Perhaps Stalker Ogka will be interested in your find. Okay, so now that we have that, yeah, I hope you guys got the announcements that you wanted. For me, it wasn't quite what I wanted, but then again, I did get something that I didn't think I wanted, that I didn't think was ever going to happen, and that happened. And you guys got to see that with my my Hearthstone discussion, because I got single-player Hearthstone. Holy crap. I mean, I never thought I was actually going to get that I was going to stick multiplayer, and no, they added in the dungeon run, and now I'm really excited for next month when Kobolds and Catacombs debuts.
It's
and
too
has
far.
some Wind Rock. Let's grab these. Grab as many as we can. There we go. So we need 7 more raw Wind Rocks. Raw Wind Rock. I can't talk. This is not even surprising to people anymore. I just can't talk anymore. There we go. So that's all of our Breeze Strider horns that we needed. Now we just need some raw Wind Rock. I'm guessing for the meat. As I said, raw. It's raw. Yeah, sadly enough, the announcement that wasn't as exciting for me as you guys saw in the opening ceremony was, in the opening ceremony video, was unfortunately World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth. I'm not excited for that one. I've warmed up to the idea since my video. Like, I know a few people were asking, has your mind been changed after hearing some information about it? Not really. If anything, I've just kind of looked at it and went, well, that's kind of cool that they're doing that, but maybe this would be a good time in WoW's lifespan for me to finally take a break. So, like, you guys will hear this in the Warcraft video anyway, but I'll go ahead and say it here, and that is, my decision is I'm gonna get Battle for Azeroth. Because now that I've had some time to think about some of the things they're trying to do, and we've gotten some more details from the show floor, I'm thoroughly convinced it's not as much a PvP expansion as it was kind of advertised to be. And instead, I think it's going to have more old god-y kind of vibes to it. Because obviously, the old gods, all they want us to do is fight amongst each other. We are weaker when we are divided. And I have a feeling that's why we're starting the way we are. So I'm going to buy it, but I'm not necessarily committing to a lot of the PvP-esque stuff there, I will probably go and do the raids. But in the meantime, when stuff isn't progressing or I feel like I've seen everything and recorded everything, I'll probably just go off and work on other games. Because as much as I love WoW, I've been playing for a long time, considering. And in fact, Legion, after Warlords, which Warlords kind of made me pseudo-casual kind of thing, Legion brought me back in full bore. I wanted to be able to do everything, even though a YouTube schedule didn't really allow it. This one is kind of taking me back into the Legion kind of deal. Or back into the Warlords kind of deal, where I'm just like, yeah, I got other stuff to do, kind of thing. So I'm going to get it, but I'm not necessarily committing to it, if that makes any sense for people. And then obviously you guys also saw my other videos, so I've basically put up the videos all the way up to the Warcraft announcements, which are coming out today. And I'm just going to go ahead and warn people in advance. Yes, I am making a WoW Classic video. I may have been a little bitter in it, and it's simply because I have a feeling I know who's going to be responding in the comment section. And I've already actually seen a lot of familiar-looking email addresses from when I did the Nostalrius video. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that the private server trolls are going to come out again, and that's why in a lot of cases, if I seem like a real amount of bitter in that, it's simply because I have a feeling I know who's coming out for this, and I'm preparing for them, and I'm not even taking their sass, kind of thing. I took their sass before, I was civil with them, and this time around, not civil with you. I saw where that got me, and, well, I've learned my lesson. So, at that point, you don't get my civil. However, I will say this, for those in my community who did actually ask for my reactions, here you go. Here's your genuine reaction that you can get. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you get Classic Legacy servers. I'm glad that you're getting what you wanted. Do I think that this is going to do well? Right now, I'm very skeptical because, again, I have a feeling this is more of a mechanic to lure the private server crowd away from private servers, and I just don't think you can do that entirely. I think a lot of people have been on private servers for a long time, and because they've been on private servers for a long time, they've loved the fact that they've basically gotten away with not having to pay a dime for World of Warcraft. Well, Blizzard's not going to have that viewpoint. It is their IP, and they have servers to maintain. So I have a strong feeling that they are going to require some kind of monetary payment. Either you have to pay for the client again, or you're going to have to do a subscription fee. Am I saying it's going to be $15 a month? I don't think it will be. I think it would probably be significantly reduced as kind of a motivator for current WoW players to maybe go try it out. But I don't think you can get away with not paying anything. I think they've got to at least try to pay for the servers and make some money somewhere out of it, especially since this is going to be a huge undertaking the way it sounds. But I'm glad that you're getting what you wanted. I hope it works out for you. I really do. I have no problem. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I have no problem being proven wrong. If I'm proven wrong, great. Because that means that you benefited from it. I don't have a problem with that. My problem is that, unfortunately, if this is to bring in the private server crowd, it's not going to succeed in that regard. There are just too many people who have gotten used to not having to pay a dime for World of Warcraft that aren't going to come back. So, or they're going to make the justification of, well, they didn't add in Burning Crusade, and Burning Crusade is my favorite expansion. Okay, whatever. All right, let's go ahead and turn these quests in. First of all, with Ogka. I have no idea how you actually say that. Shoot in the breeze. This outsider really thinks he could come here and best me in my own land? Oh, sorry, Commander. Present company excluded, of course. I'm taken? 24, huh? That's fine work. I brought back 50. I'll send someone out for the meat. Waste not, want not. Of course. Someone's missing axe. That's my axe. Where'd you get it? You left it somewhere. Let me guess. You found it in a Talbuck's flank? So, King of the Breeze Striders. Ogka seems lost in thought for a moment. That axe was intended for Talbuck, King of the Breeze Striders. Another Talbuck, the one you killed, jumped in the way as I was taking my shot. I suggest you go after the king. When I was hunting him, he seemed fond of the pond at Lonely Falls to the south. So basically, this is the announcement. This is the counter to Backlore. I was actually wrong. I think one of them is the name that you're used to, but this one isn't. I think it was Bantha. I think it is the Cleft Hoof. But here you go. So King of the Breeze Striders. We got that. Let's go and talk to Taz. It's unbelievable how arrogant these frost wolves can be. Oh, really? 12 pairs, huh? That's pretty good, Commander. No, I think that's about how many I managed to bag. Yeah, about a dozen pairs of ears. Yep. I totally am not joking. Anyway, Commander. Queen of the Cleft Hoof. Ogka told me that they have Banthar here. So, Banthar, yeah. Or rather, that she's still back alive now. Did what I just say make any sense? No, not really. This is our chance, Commander. We can defeat a younger, more powerful version of Banthar and really stick it to these frost wolves. We'll show Ogka how a true professional works. There you go, Horn of Banthar. And actually, we forgot to do this when we came in here, and that is we need to check the command table for our missions. Let's go ahead and do that. Little biters. Woohoo! Vivian got something out of it. Not enough, though. Merkbog Terror. There we go. Penny and Tulani both leveled up. And is that enough? Nope. Shattered Expectations. There we go. Oh. Dang it. Tormented Gauntlets and Siobhan Sightings. Ziriak brings home the bacon. There we go. Shredder Side. The Orage brings home the bacon. Steel Tusk lives. He brings home the elephant bacon. And ooh, Kala leveled. And Morketh has leveled. There we go. And then the needs of the many. Yay, Olna leveled. And more garrison resources. Those are always helpful. Okay. So let's go ahead and send people out, and then we'll get back out to the questing. Elements of Surprise. Let's go ahead and do this one. Our scouts spotted a group of ogre slavers gathering in Gorgrond. We cannot allow them a chance to fortify their position. Attack! All right, there we go. Talisman of Treasure Tracking. We might want to do that, but first I want to do Ancient of Corruption. So I think we've gotten this one. Rumors swirl of an ancient gone awry in the undergrowth. Track down this shadow bark and take care of business. Yes, we've done this. So we're going to send out Tulani, Penny, and Talon Priest Ishal. Last time, we sent out Lantresser, Benjamin Gibb, and Ulma Thresher. So here we go. Boom! And this one also yields experience, so let's go ahead and do that too. Breaker of the Blue Flame. Our scouts speak of a cavern in northern Gorgrond in which a strange ogron named Gelgor of the Blue Flame lies. So we've done this one too. This one has 2, and it does give a lot of XP. So let's do Gorging Ogres. The Heimal Ogres have an excavation underway at Stonecrag Gorge. Get in there and extract information about their relics. So we're going to send Ziriak and Kaz. And finally, this one's not really all that plausible anymore, but we'll do Break Their Chains. Ogre slavers are carrying off our allies to fight in their arenas, pose as a would-be gladiator, and free the unwilling combatants. We're going to send Morketh. Then we're also going to do Stalactite Appetite. This one I know we've done. We're going to send Vivian and Mulverick. And that's pretty much all we can make work. So, yay. Let's go ahead and get back out to the questing and actually make our way over to the Ring of Trials because we have more quests to turn in there. Yay. And then I'm debating, do we do the Ring of Trials now or do we wait until later? Maybe we can get another batch of quests done before then. I don't know. I'll think about it. But let's go ahead and turn this in with Digrem, I think is how you say it. Yeah, Digrem Orbar. There we go. Windrocks? Yeah, the Grand's filthy with them. They seem to like high places and rock outcroppings. I don't know. What do I look like? A windwalk whisperer? You're the monk. Here's your meat. Sure doesn't smell like chicken. Okay, hand it over. I'll feed them, and then everyone will be happy, and I can turn their tidy, or, they'll feel better. Yeah, they'll feel better. Fruitful ventures. Oh, no. Oh, gross. Well, that wasn't it. Oh, they're still sick. Fruitful ventures. Oh, no. They must be vegetarians. Yeah, Elec are usually that way. What these Elec need is fruit, and lots of it. There are cherries all over the place around here under the trees. You wouldn't mind grabbing me some, would you? So we need to get 15 Nagrand cherries. Jiminy Christmas. How come I know that and you don't? Let's go ahead and gather up the cherries. Actually, no. You know what? We're gonna head south of the Ring of Trials. We're gonna take care of the Saberon problem that we were hearing about, and that should be a great way to go. Now, people might also notice I did make some modifications to the random mounts, so some of my mounts are going to show up. But if I get a brand new mount, it will make the list for at least a little while. If I don't like it, then I might take it out, because I don't like... I've been getting a lot of wind serpent, not wind serpents, but the Pandaria equivalent of dragons and proto-drakes and all that, so I'm trying to get other mounts to show up. Here we go.
Work complete.
Here's some Nagrand cherries. So we're gonna go a little further south and deal with a little bit of a Saberon problem. But before we go in there, we should come across a wagon with some allies. Come on, where are they? There they are. I can see the wagon off in the distance. So we need to do a turn-in with them that's actually going to be associated with the Saberon camp. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's actually a quest. So, bounty board. Wanted, Razorpaw. Wanted for crimes against the innocent at the Ring of Trials. Razorpaw is responsible for leading several raids and ambushes against travelers on the road near Sabermaw. Last seen in the vicinity of Saberon Den, known as Sabermaw. Exercise extreme caution. Upon completion, this bounty will be fulfilled by Pixney Pennypocket of the Steamweedle Cartel. There we go, and let's go ahead and talk to Griezlex Fizbinch.
Time is money, friend.
Jeez, that was kind of echoey. Let's see. Griezlex lifts his head to look up at you from the ground. No, don't take me. Wait. You want a Saberon? Did Pixney send you? He did indeed. Those filthy Saberon aren't gonna get away with this. Nobody steals from the Steamweedle Cartel and gets away with it. Nobody! Alright, so we got gobnapped. We never even saw the ambush coming. The Saberon hit us so hard and fast that we barely had time to think. Those overgrown mongrels dragged the others away and left me for dead. They probably thought I was too close to dying. I hear they like their meat fresh. Well, I ain't going down that easy. Don't worry about me. I've had worse. You're gonna have to go to Sabermaw and get the other merchants out, though. They've probably got them all caged in there.
Keep it real.
They've got the goods. The Saberon, they weren't just at the prisoners. They took all the merchandise, too. Kidnapping is one thing, but stealing a goblin's merchandise, that's making things personal. Pixney ain't gonna be happy unless you get all the stolen goods back. Make your way to Sabermaw and steal back all our merch. When you're done, make your way back to Pixney at the Ring of Trials. She'll make it worth your while.
Have a good one.
Alright, so we need to go get stolen goods, we need to get the goblins out, and we need to kill some Sabermon, because, well, or Saberon, because why not? So here we go. So let's go ahead and step on in. Thankfully, the Saberon claws won't be too hard to do. Oh, and look at this. We actually have a new buddy. Hey, wait up! So, Bazwix. It's a goblin kid. That's actually kind of scary right there. My precious. You've got to help me. I was hiding on the train wagon that got ambushed just down the road from here. I snuck away before the Saberon spotted me, but they stole my most prized possession. You've got to help me get it back. I watched them drag it into Sabermaw and up that giant hill. Who knows what those filthy Saberon will do to it? Please, I'm just a kid. You got to help me out, right? Alright, guys. So, unfortunately, this guy is going to, or this goblin kid is going to be sticking with me. You're going to be an adventure of a lifetime. I'm sure it is for you, kid. Although I still highly question the kid status there. That face is what nightmare fuel is made of. Okay, so let's go ahead and get in here. We'll also take care of some of the goblin traders. And even get our stolen goods back while we're down here. Whee! They took my coin boys too! No! A goblin without money! A goblin without money is a goblin without explosions! So, a good goblin? At least a goblin that the Horde and the Alliance don't complain about? Yeah. I don't see a problem here. There we go. Okay, let's grab some goods, some traders. And I think this is actually the guy. If this is the person I'm thinking, then his treasure is going to be very interesting, to say the least. Okay, nothing in here. Well, that's disappointing, because I've got a lot of goods to go and collect. Thankfully, I've got all the Saberon claws, I think. Nope. So let's go ahead and get the rest, and then we'll head up, because I think there's going to be an extended quest up there. So yeah, what I was saying before with Battle for Azeroth, I'm going to get it, and I'm going to try it out. I'm more interested, really, in leveling the allied races and other things like that than actually going into new content, especially since I still got a little bit of a beef with the whole artifact armor and why I can't keep my artifact weapon. And for those who are probably going to mention this, yes, I know, you are going to get transmog appearances, but Ian Hazzikostas has come out and said that you won't be able to get exactly every appearance. The 7.2 appearance, if you haven't gotten it by the time 8.0 launches, he's made it very clear you can't get it after that. So already that's a problem for me, because I'm already trying to get that on all my characters and having difficulty doing it. So what that's basically telling me is, you better haul ass, pardon my French, you better haul ass and get them before you no longer have the option. And in some cases, like, some of that stuff is awesome. I want to be able to get the werebear form. There's a couple of other ones, like the astral cat form for druids, and some of the other appearances that look amazing out of that. And all of that's just going to take time and probably even more dedication towards the alts. So that's really going to be what I do kind of in my spare time for months, is trying to make sure that I can get the all of the appearances from 7.2 that I want. And maybe if I have time for the ones that I don't want, I'll go collect them too, because who knows, maybe I'll come across an armor set that'll work with it. So that's really my beef with it, is A, if you're just going to implement the artifact system into armor, then I'd rather just have the artifact weapon so that I can get additional appearances for it. Because since I'm a transmogger, armor doesn't really do a whole lot aside from, you know, being the stats that I need for that particular expansion. I know that they're basically going to implement the artifact system into the armor, and okay, that's fine, but again, I don't need new armor. I would like to keep my artifact weapon and get more appearances for that. Especially since it looks like this expansion is going to be at least somewhat Old God themed. I'd love to see some of the artifact weapons get Old God appearances or Old God-esque appearances, just because of having to deal with them. But no, that's not what I'm getting, and now I'm a little irritated about it. There we go. Here we are. Okay, I need one more bag of stolen goods, and I think that's it. I think I have all the traders. Now I just need all the stolen goods, and then I can go up and go look for his treasure. Oh, there we go. There's a bag. There we are. Okay, now we can go up to where his treasure is. And this is going to be interesting, let's just say that. Why don't we just go ahead and gather all you guys up. There we go. And looky looky, so Baswick's treasure. You found it! Roxy, Rocket Grip, Bombshell Bell, they're all here. My precious. We found the kids' porn stash. That's what we did. We found the kids' Playboy calendars. You did a great job, Drakfu. I couldn't have asked for a better sidekick. Anyway, now that I got my treasure back, I gotta do, things and stuff. Hey, hey, hey! This is a family stream! We don't talk about that stuff here. Bye! Get out of here, Goblin Kid. If that's actually what you are. I don't even know anymore. Alright. Oh, and speaking of, so this is actually where Razorpaw is. Let's go ahead and take him out. There we go. So now we have all of the Sabermaw quests done, and we can just, I believe, turn them all in at the Ring of Trials. Yeah, I think they're all able to be turned in at the Ring of Trials. So let's go ahead and do that. Head back over on my insanely fast Kodo. Woohoo! So actually, one question that I do know a few people were asking is, like, of the new allied races that came out, what is the most interesting to you? There are actually a few that were. I am interested in the Void Elves, just because that's an interesting story behind them, because they're all run by Illyria Windrunner, but it's like a special unit that Illyria has trained to harness the powers of the Void. I'm interested in that. I'm interested in Nightborn, especially why they are allied with the Horde. I know that there are some dialogue discussions between them and Lady Leodrin about addiction, but, well, the reason I don't buy that is because their addiction was technically solved. Especially when you get the Arkandor fruit later on in that storyline. It's solved. So at that point, it's not like they have a kinship with their addiction, because their addiction is taken care of. In fact, why not give the Arkandor fruit to the Blood Elves and let them be free of their addiction? You see my problem there? I don't understand why they're joining the Horde in that regard. The other one, too, is the Zandalari Trolls. I've been wanting trolls that stand upright for quite a while now, and I'm glad that I'm finally getting that. But aside from that, not really. High Mountain Tauren, not really interested. Lightforged Draenei, not really. And same thing with Dark Iron Dwarves. So here we go. Pixie Penny Pocket. Lots of quests to turn in. So, declawing the competition. You have the Saberon claws I asked for? Yes I do. Pixie examines the Saberon claws. We're gonna make a killing. Selling these is for good luck charms to all the wannabe gladiators out here at the arena. From now on, the Saberon will think twice about messing with the Steam Weedle cartel.
Keep it real.
Alright, gobnapped. You got all the captured traders out of Sabermaw? Fantastic. Now they owe me, and I ain't one to let a debt go uncollected. As for you, take this reward for your trouble. So we get a neck out of it. That is an upgrade. Go ahead and grab that, and boom! Epic upgrade! Okay, I'll take that. 618, that's a huge improvement. Wanted Razorpaw. You fought your way into Sabermaw, killed Razorpaw, and lived? That's incredible news. The roads will be much safer now that he's dead. That means more money for me. As promised, here's your reward.
Have a good one.
There you go, and they've got the goods. Breezelex told you that the Saberon stole our merchandise. Well, what are you standing around for? Get your butt over to Sabermaw and get it back. Time is money, friend. You received the merchandise. You recovered the merchandise. Fantastic. Pixie rummages through the bags. It's all here, too. I knew I could count on you. Here, take this reward. You've earned it. The whole 14 gold's worth. Okay, so that's actually a lot done right there. Let's go ahead and get the Nagrand cherries done next, and then we'll do the Ring of Trials. We'll actually do this game's version of the Ring of Blood. Because as you guys will see later, their Ring of Blood is not necessarily the Ring of Blood you know and love. It's part of the Garrison campaign, and it's kind of, well, lacking in the Ring of Blood. It has a few good moments, but eh. There we go, so... But yeah, those are really the only allied races I'm interested in. As for the other one that people were asking was the entry zone that I'm going to start off on. I'm Alliance, so Kultiris, obviously. And I am interested in what they're going to do with Jaina. I'm kind of glad that Alex Afrasiabi deflected the whole Jaina is a Dreadlord discussion that's been happening. I know that he joked about it in his opening slideshow where he said that confirmed Jaina's mom is not a Dreadlord. That's another interesting thing, too. We're going to be dealing with Jaina's family. We knew about Dalen Proudmoore because you dealt with him in Warcraft 3, and unfortunately, you had to kill him. But we're actually going to be dealing with, I think her name was Catherine Proudmoore? So we're going to get to meet Jaina's mom. And I'm actually disappointed in the internet, by the way. Because if you saw the new Jaina model and didn't make a Frozen joke, what's wrong with you? I mean, she's Elsa. The new model, I love the new model, don't get me wrong, but she's Elsa. And I'm surprised that we didn't get like a dozen Elsa memes. Granted, people were at BlizzCon, so they're probably jet lagged today, but I mean, I'm expecting like a dozen Elsa memes going with Jaina. That's what her character looks like now. I actually want to see this. Jaina as Elsa. She literally looks like she just stepped out of Frozen and into World of Warcraft. But yeah, I'll probably go with Kultiris just because I want to see Jaina's character development. She'll have to explain Dalen's death to her mom and even some of the other things she's had to go through. It's kind of one of those things where I enjoy 7.3 and catching up Turalyon and Ilaria to everything that's happened. And so I'll be interested to see moments like that happen in Tieragard Sound, where Jaina has to explain, like, I was the leader of Theramore, and it got nuked. And just see how Catherine, her mother, tells her to react to all this. I'll be very interested. The whole thing with Zandalar, I don't know what to think on that one, honestly. I know that we're going to go and lay Vol'jin's remains to rest, but I don't know what they're going to do with Thrall after that. I'm kind of surprised that Thrall got pulled out to go and do that. All right, let's go and turn this question. I heard the worst rumor about how you had to obtain those things. Something about Talbuk first eating them and then processing them, and then, well, I don't want to talk about it. I don't either. Can we not talk about it? You got them all? I know this is just gonna work. New babies. It's better, but there's still something wrong. I'm getting desperate here, Drakfu. Can I call you Drakfu? Great. Look, I think I have it now. I know what's wrong. They missed their babies. Yeah, when they first came here, the bastard hunters that abandoned them said they left the babies behind. If we're gonna save them from a life of misery, we're gonna have to save those babies and turn a tiny profit. We gotta get them some new babies. All right, so Coke's 5 Tenderhoof Metal Stompers. This is kind of lame. Like, I wanted to go and rescue the kids, but I think really what you do in this is you just kind of gather up new ones and call them their babies. Because obviously Elec are stupid, right? So yeah, I'll be interested to see how they play that into it. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole laying Vol'jin's ruins to rest is utilized as a, what's the way I'm looking to put this? As a way to be able to bring out the Zandalari trolls unlocked. I don't know how they're gonna get there. That's the thing. But we did actually see that the main focus characters are going to be Thrall, Jaina, Anduin, and, who was the other Horde one? Sylvanas. Because she is the war chief, and therefore she has to be the main center of attention, even though I have a feeling that this is basically going to be the unhinging of Sylvanas, where we actually do have to go in and take care of her. Am I saying we're going to get Siege of Orgrimmar 2.0? No, I really don't think that's going to be it. But I do think that we're going to get something along the lines of Sylvanas gets taken care of at some point in the expansion, and then we have to get a whole new war chief. Even though they said, no, that's not happening. I don't believe you, Blizzard. You're basically making it so that Sylvanas has to go and conquer the world. You're making it so that that's the only option she has. Although I will also say this, the trailer and all of the information that we've been able to get for Battle of Azeroth, Battle for Azeroth, has definitely changed a lot of the speculation on the riddles of the Il'gynoth. And if you don't know necessarily what those are, I would recommend that you go see Noble's video on the riddles of Il'gynoth. He was one of the bosses in the Emerald Nightmare, who said a lot of very interesting things, and now we had one interpretation in Legion, and now we have a completely different interpretation of them with Battle for Azeroth. Okay, let's go and turn this one in.
Time is money, friend.
You did it, Drakfu. Mama, Papa, and family. It brings a tear to my eye. I don't know why I'm echoing, but I am. Here, take this runty one. Now that I have the whole herd, this one's just an extra mouth to feed and won't fetch anything at the market. So you also can get a Meadow Stomper calf, which is just basically a little pet. Yay! We reunited the family. And it feels so good. Oh crap, I haven't even been using this, but I could. Frostwolf, Warwolf. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the Ring of Trials next. And I believe, yeah, we just gotta talk to Guzrug, and then we can begin. Where's Guzrug? Nope. Because I don't think we just step in, do we? No, we need to talk to Guzrug. Where's Guzrug? Where are you, Guzrug? Where the heck, man? Come on, where is Guzrug? Maybe we come all the way up here? I don't think so. These are technically, I'm not going to necessarily spoil these guys right away, but they're going to be fun. Oh, where's Guzrug? I want to get started. That's Dexel. Isn't he supposed to be, like, right in the middle? Yeah. There he is. Okay. So all you got to do is talk to Guzrug the Tiny. You want to fight in the arena? We'll talk with Dexel. He puts the fights together. Me, I'm just here to start the match and clean up the bodies after. I am ready to begin the first trial of the ring.
Welcome to the Ring of Trials. Your first match is with Crushball, the Arc Slayer.
We gotta crush him good, Portup.
Win this by a landslide.
Screw you! I'm getting you off your mount. Oh. Oh, he broke him.
Unbelievable! Crushball has been defeated. Doctor, how'd this happen? It's obvious that this was a fluke. That is my expert opinion, Jordan.
Yes. We get announcers and commentary as we go along. I might not read necessarily what these guys are going to say, just because I don't want to interrupt this, and it's, in some cases, hilarious. So, yes, we've taken on Crushball. Let's go ahead and turn this in and get the next round. This, I want to see, like, if we get a new one in Battle for Azeroth, I want to see these guys come back somehow. Oh. Whoa, I couldn't tell if that pork chop squealing in there or if you had Crushball crying like a little baby. You got talent, kid. Here's your cut of the profit. But why stop there? Together we can make a mountain of gold. Ring of Trials, Rake Talon. You may have defeated Crushball, but the party's over now. You got another fight. The High Mall take gladiating seriously. So when they built the Ring of Trials, they searched far and wide for the most brutal creatures they could find. You're up against a Dread Raven the ogres are calling Rake Talon. I'm telling you, Drakfu, something about that bird just ain't right. I think it truly enjoys the act of killing. Rake Talon toyed with the last gladiator for hours before eating him. Try not to die.
Have a good one.
Okay, so all you gotta do is go in there and speak to Guzrug again. And we get the next round with Rake Talon, which is actually that Dread Raven we've been seeing outside. So I'm ready to begin the second trial of the ring.
This next fight is against Rake Talon. This gonna be a good one. Fight harder when she's hungry. This the first time Rake Talon ever died in the ring. Rake Talon was weak. The next fight won't be so easy.
Really? This is the first time Rake Talon ever died in the ring. Good to know. It almost sounds like he's died before. Again, I love Jordan Thoktar. I hope they come back. Okay, so let's go ahead and
Hey, how
talk to
you
Dexel
doing?
again. You did it, Drakfu. Rake Talon has actually been defeated. I'd never believed it if hadn't seen it with my own 2 eyes. You've got a fire in your belly and the dollar signs in your eyes, kid. Here's your cut of the profit, but don't stop now. You're on a roll. Ring of Trials, Holea. You won your first 2 fights, but it's only gonna get tougher from here. Your next fight is against Holea, a former Rengari who is as crazy as they come. No, really, Holea is bonkers. Years ago, while on a scouting mission, he single-handedly saved his entire Rengari unit from a pack of Gone. But something inside of him just snapped. It wasn't long before Holea went completely marbles and turned on his own unit. Alright, the pep talk's over. Go in there and kick some ass.
Keep it real.
Alright, so let's go in here and deal with Holea. And yes, since he is Rengari, he is Draenei. Here we go, third trial.
The next trial is about to commence. I hope you like dying, cause you are about to face Holea! Holea killed the last challenger before the fight even started!
There we go.
Inconceivable! Holea has been defeated! Who would have seen this coming? Yeah, I'm not impressed. Let's see how the next fight goes.
I'm thoroughly convinced Thoktar will never be impressed with anything I ever do. So let's go and turn this one in. Okay, Here we go. Watching you fight in the arena is like witnessing an artist create a masterpiece. Well, a masterpiece of blood and shattered bones. But hey, everyone's got to be good at something, right? Here's your cut of the profit. That fight was so good, I actually thought about giving you a bonus. I didn't, though, because I'm stingy like that. Ring of Trials, Captain Boomspark. You've been making a name for yourself in the arena, Drakfu. Don't get too excited, though. Fame has its consequences. You've been challenged by an up-and-coming gladiator who is making a name for himself. Sound familiar? Your next fight is up against Captain Boomspark, a mercenary who came here to fight for the Iron Horde. The Iron Horde ain't exactly throwing piles of gold around, so now he's here. He's got a shredder, so watch out for the blades, and the fire too, especially the fire.
Be good.
Here we go, so now we're taking on Captain Boomspark. If he's in a shredder, he's probably a goblin. Here we go! Guzrug, I'm ready to go again! Let's do it! Boom!
Get ready for the next bout. You going up against Captain Boomspark and the Burninator!
I love the name of his shredder, the Burninator.
Captain Boomspark fights is eating the extra crispy challengers.
There we go.
Captain Boomspark is defeated. Only one gladiator remains. Now, Captain Boomspark is the extra crispy one. Save me a drumstick. Blah! Drumstick?
Goblin meat. Alright, so Captain Boomstark is taken care of, and like I said, there's really only one other to take on. I think there's two, actually.
How you doing?
I ain't ever seen anybody dismantle a shredder quite like that before. You made a lot of money, Drakfu. Only the best gladiators survive this long in the arena. And yet, even with that in mind, there's still something different about you. It's your eyes. They look as if they stared death in the face 1,000 times and never even blinked. Well, Dungeons & Drakfu make sure of that. Take your cut of the profit and rest up. The biggest fight is still ahead. The Ring of Trials, Rourke the Zealot. The final match is at hand, Drakfu. You've decimated all the best challenges. There's nowhere to go from here but the very top. The reigning champion of the Ring of Trials. The current champ is an Arakoan named Rourke the Zealot. Rourke is a lunatic. He says he's on some divine crusade from the sun or something. I don't know. I talked to him for like 5 minutes. It didn't really work out. Crazy or not, though, he is one of the most dangerous fighters I've ever seen and has even fought in the High Mall Coliseum. I'm not gonna lie. You're probably gonna die in there. Good luck.
Have a good one.
Yeah, because we know of at least one other guy that's fought in there, and the only reason we haven't killed him is because of plot convenience. Guzzrog, go ahead and bring him out. There we go.
The time has come for the final bout! Rourke the Zealot versus the Challenger!
Here we go!
The only gladiator strong enough to beat Drak is Volgor. This fight is over before it even starts.
There we go, Rourke is down.
The Ring of Trials has a new champion! What you think, Doctor? This gladiator may be the new champion of the ring, but there is still no match for Volgor!
Oh, am I not now?
You are unworthy to fight Volgor.
Oh, really?
Come to High Mall, and my claws will tear you apart.
I'll see you there, buddy! So yeah, that's actually kind of a weird alluding to High Mall, the first raid of Warlords, where you actually do go in, you start things off in the arena there, and the first person you fight is Volgor. So you actually take out Volgor, and then you go into the first boss fight, which is with our first ever Warlord in the raids, Kargath Bladefist. Let's go and turn this in.
Money, friend.
Long live the champ! I knew you could do it! Could you hear the roar of the crowd in there? It shook the arena like thunder. This is only the beginning. The High Mall Coliseum awaits, and as the champion of the Ring of Trials, you'll be expected to make an appearance. Alright, so yay!
Keep it real.
And we got the Ring of Trials done. So there we go. Second chapter we were able to complete. But we're actually coming up on that hour. So unfortunately, I'm just going to go ahead and call it here. That's actually a really nice way to end it on being the champion of the Ring of Trials. When we come back on Friday, we will continue our questing in the plains of Nagrand. We'll see you guys then.